Hmm.
Hello.
Hello there. How are you?
I'm alright.
You all right?
I'm alright. I
Don't you
got
be
a
bringing down
little.
everybody's good mood, April. Come on.
I said I'm alright.
All right? Just all right?
Well, I haven't had anxiety the last day or two, but I'm okay overall.
Well, that's good. Glad to hear.
So at least I'm trying to be. So
So it sounds like the glass is at least half full.
yeah, we could go with that. We could go with that. It's at least half full. I'll keep it optimistic.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well played.
Yeah.
How are? Have you heard any updates or anything about the stuff going on?
What? Morocco.
Yeah.
Um, I think at least from my in-laws and the few people I know, they're all okay. Um, they Marrakesh. Um, Marrakesh is I think the area that got it the most, which is a popular um touristy type area. Um, there's even one video that they showed where I actually recognized the building behind the building that crumbled.
Did they evacuate after that? Like after the event?
No,
Or no?
so as far as what I heard from the people I had contact with, my in-laws lived a couple of hours away from there, but they still felt it. And another person I know lived about another maybe 45 minutes away more than my in-laws, and they felt it. But they were all basically everybody stayed outside throughout the night, from what I heard.
Yeah. Makes
Um,
sense. Don't want to be in a building overnight.
I don't, and then I want to say by early morning they finally went back in because they were, and even though they all went back in, they were all on alert that there might be
Aftershocks?
aftershocks or another one.
Yeah.
As far as I know, there hasn't been anything. Um, and again, luckily, anyone that I personally know, um, they were all safe. They were all safe. My mother-in-law said, at least in their neighborhood, um, the neighborhood was okay. It's just some of the older buildings are what ended up getting the most damage. Um, and yeah, now it's just, I think now it's just a matter of like people trying to help those that were impacted the most.
Yeah. And then rebuilding. I mean, it's
Yeah,
going to take a while to rebuild all the stuff as well.
yeah. Um. So, but yeah, other than that, and then my own personal anxiety and something that's kind of like here's the thing with that. At least I think for some people that have anxiety, it's illogical or like you shouldn't have this much anxiety over a certain thing, and you do anyway,
Yeah.
and then you beat yourself up for it,
Right.
and
It's another layer on top of it. If you're already stressed out and you're like, I'm not even supposed to be stressed out.
yeah, like well, my boss who only became my boss a year ago. We were um same rankings before that, and I actually recommended him because it was kind of like either me, him, or some random person to take that position. And I know myself that as much as I know I can supervise and I can delegate, I'm not necessarily managerial. Like that's not my strong suit. And and because they want someone to work a particular set of hours, I could, because of my mother and whatnot, like I can't really do it. But anyway, my boss is leaving, and he did recommend someone, but at the moment, don't think they're going with that person. So now, like, my anxiety is up of, is this person, whoever comes in, are they going to change everything? How's that going to affect me? And
How
then,
long is he? How long is he gone?
huh?
How long is your boss gone?
But he found a new job, so
Oh, so it's gonna be big changes probably.
yeah,
Gosh.
yeah.
What's going on, Tyler?
So like I go, okay, yeah, maybe it's natural to have a little bit of nervousness and anxiety, but like I'm like freezing up kind of
Yeah.
anxiety, and then on top of it, something that I've known for a while, for a long time, that at some point the place I'm at will eventually close down, or you know, and that could happen within the next year and a half or so.
The whole
Then,
building?
no, well, because I mean, it was supposed to close at least 6 years ago, and then the new owners kept um, the part of the building, the part of the business that I'm still securing.
Yeah.
Um, but as they develop the rest of the area, and as far as the company that I'm contracted with, they, you know, I know they've been looking for other locations, but I don't know. They don't tell me any
I'm
real.
kind of surprised that they don't have more than one location already. Like just to be a security business. Like
No,
usually you have more than one
well,
property.
no. The security business itself is nationwide.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but I've been at this particular site with three different companies for almost 20 years.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, so I'm like, I guess you could say institutionalized, so to speak.
A little bit.
That like the idea of even having to research for a different job or whatever, like, completely freezes me up, including
You
this.
still should have done it. You should still should have started doing it like a year ago.
Yeah.
Man, that's. Are there any other big buildings or security agencies you could see yourself working for?
I don't necessarily even want to stay in security. That's the other. It's like, I mean, if I have to, I have to, and if they
What would you rather do?
more with my art, and that's the thing. Even the stuff I want to do, or I say I want to do, like I know it's me, but for whatever reason, I keep myself from working towards it.
You like to self sabotage, do you?
I don't know if it's necessarily self-sabotage. I know I did obviously deal with anxiety and depression, and because like I was even one of my frustrations last night was I know, like I sat there and looked at the paintings I have. I go, you know what you can do? You can get up right now and just start putting those on your website and start promoting it. And I'm like, yeah, and I couldn't even get myself to sit up to do it.
Yeah, you're self sabotaging. I know it's from anxiety, but I think anxiety can cause a self sabotage.
Yeah,
My girlfriend does it all the time. She does it when we're packing. That's when she's the worst about it. Is I could give her like a week's notice to pack, but if I question anything like day of, I'm like, hey, what all did you bring? All of a sudden, she's re-questioning everything she brought, and we could be 20 minutes away from the house, and she's like, I know I forgot
yeah.
something, or yeah, it. I don't know.
No,
It's
and, yeah, no, and even I've been talking a lot with my cousin's husband who's been here a couple months at this point, from Egypt, and because I pick him up, he works the night. He works during the evening, but my brother relieves him. So to be nice, occasionally I'll drop off my brother and then bring him home because he lives not too far from where we work.
Yeah.
So like, and we have conversations, and I mean, even he's giving me ideas, and he can see as he's giving me the ideas, my mind just starts like I get quiet, I start stumbling over my words. I go, we're just talking.
Yeah.
But as we're talking, I go, we're not even doing anything, and I feel it in my chest,
All right. And it's
like
rising. It's slowly rising.
And I'm like, I go, do you know how annoying it is? Because like I know what the things I am capable of, but I also know what if it is my anxiety or whatever. I mean, just to go talk to someone that could possibly help puts me like, you know,
Yeah, I get it. I get it, but haven't experienced it, but I get it.
yeah,
I can only I can try to picture it more than anything. It's too hard to actually imagine. I
yeah,
don't know, man. I really get in my head a lot, but it's not anxiety. I overthink things, but I don't think it's the same as anxiety. I'm
yeah,
like I'm very critical of myself,
yeah,
and like people yelling at me does no good because I yell at myself more internally
yeah,
than anybody else on the outside could. So
right,
I learned it like in sports really young. Like when it came to coaches, like ones that like would yell or like scream at people, like I like phased it out because it didn't really affect me at all, and I don't know, it didn't
right.
change my attitude of how strict I was on myself. It's weird. I have a different form of anxiety, I guess.
Mm.
Mine's a lot of self-deprecating anxiety. Oh,
No, and the interesting thing with me is as much anxiety and depression or whatever, I still have the other side of level go of still being optimistic. Oh yeah, everything will be fine, but I'm still panicked. Like I can't move to make things different.
oh no, I could see that when I asked you if you were okay.
Yeah,
You're like, well.
yeah,
I mean, there's still something down here, and it's
yeah,
boiling, but
yeah.
we don't have to talk about it. You were giving me those ideas.
Yeah.
Look at Andre. Andre is trying to start a fight. He says time travel is real, and yeah, it's football, not soccer.
It's football.
It's definitely called soccer.
It's football. It's not football. It's football. Spelled differently.
Oh my gosh, I'm finally starting to like clear up. I think I got the COVID the other day. I'm pretty sure my daughter brought it back home from school.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a good time for all of us.
yeah. And Maria wasn't feeling well yesterday, and
Send her some mushrooms and vitamin C.
It's funny you mentioned mushrooms. I actually ordered this. There's a woman on TikTok who's she's all into she's a herbalist and with knows like a lot about all the different types of herbs and
Yeah.
healing properties, and she started her own company. And one of them is called the Mushroom Five, but I guess there's actually 7 mushrooms in it.
Okay.
One of them being lion's mane, which is supposed to help with brain function.
It's So that's what I have right here.
Lion's mane,
This is lion's mane powder.
yeah,
It's actually supposed to help. So you can build new neural pathways if
yeah,
you mix it with psilocybin mushrooms. But if you just have lion's mane by itself, it's supposed to take care of this layer that's on the outside of your nerves. And I guess as you age, that layer gets very thin. And that's
yeah,
why when you see people with Parkinson's, they kind of shake a little bit. It's because that layer's so thin and it's
yeah.
stimulating the nerve. But apparently, lion's mane will help like rebuild that and rejuvenate it over time.
Yeah.
But lion mane with other things, like you were saying, like what'd you call them? The Magnificent 5 or 7?
Mushroom 5, but there's actually 7.
Yeah, it's the combination with other things is what
Yeah.
is
So
what it helps with.
yeah, I believe she put lion's mane, turkey, was it
Turkey
turkey
tail.
tail? Turkey tail mushroom, shiitake nut mushrooms.
Turkey tail helps with cancer, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I forget the other ones. But it's supposed to help, like again, you said brain function, nerves, potentially with mood. So hopefully, maybe it'll help with anxiety.
Maybe. I don't know. I also heard lion's mane works as a stimulant too. It also gives you like a boost of energy. It's
Yeah.
not it's not comparable to caffeine, but I don't know. I think it tastes
Yeah, it's supposed to give
tastes
you
like mushroom.
the energy without the caffeine crash.
Oh, okay.
Because
Ugh.
my brother, he never really used it. I think he only used it a handful of times. But he got this mud tea mud tea that had lion's mane
Yeah, you're
and
talking
like
about mud water. That stuff's so good.
mud water.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he got that, but he only used it a handful of times, and we still in the cabinet, but they're like a good year old, if not longer.
I mean, if it's dried properly, it should be good.
Yeah,
And it's dehydrated.
yeah.
I mean, what's the worst thing that could happen? You get fungus on your fungus.
Where'd you get your lion's mane from?
Where did I get it from?
Yeah,
I got a buddy well, he's not a buddy of mine. Guy at one of our local farmers markets goes out there, and I sat and talked to him for like half hour today, and pushing lion's mane on me. He had Martrell's, oyster mushroom. He had a bunch of stuff.
yeah.
I ended up getting
Oyster mushrooms are pretty good.
Yeah. He ate a bunch of different stuff. But I don't know how I'm gonna start putting that in something. I just did like a dry spoonful of it.
Yeah,
That's brutal. That is brutal.
yeah. What I got from her are tinctures. I did a allergy skin test yesterday to make sure, at least skin wise, that there wouldn't be any reaction. Now I just gotta put it in something because I tried to put like just a little on my finger, and like because it's an alcohol tincture.
Yeah.
Like I put it on my little on my tongue, and my tongue goes, yeah, a little numb.
Oh, because it was so potent.
Yeah, because what she used? I know she uses vodka as the to pull out the healing properties.
Me too.
Yeah.
My whole body's a tincture experiment.
No, what did she use? I want
A
to.
lot of people use like Everclear, something really strong, usually.
Yeah.
Like alcohol.
So if I'm gonna use it, I'm gonna make sure I put it in something instead of trying to take it straight. So.
I made a tincture one time ever, and I think I mixed like really strong Everclear. I mixed like rum in it, and I don't remember some really strong vodka. And then we kept putting marijuana stems in it, and I think it had mushrooms in it. It had all kinds of shit in it. And I had my cousin take a shot of it one day. And he almost instantly threw up all over the table. And I was like, all right, we're just going to toss this out. It's no good. It has gone bad. But yeah, no, I don't know. It probably just tasted like plants.